Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Mocha, and on this channel we talk about all things craft, crochet, and life. So if you're into crochet, crafting, and the lifestyle that goes with being a crochet and a crafter, you're in the right place because that's my jam. Now, okay, today we're doing something a little different. I'm calling this Management Monday because we are going to talk about the business side of running a craft business. Now, I know some of you may just be hobbyists, some of you may just be starting to toy with the idea of becoming a business, but that's okay. The tips I'm going to give you on every Monday are just simple things that when you get to the point where you're ready to ramp up and run a business, you'll have the information that you need in this part of it. That said, let me give this caveat. I am not an attorney. I am not a tax accountant. I am just somebody who's been running a business for 20 plus years. And as part of that business, I was a freelance writer. And as a freelance writer, I wrote about all things small business and taxes and everything that went with that. So, with that said, my first installment is going to be about taxes because I've gotten a lot of questions about, you know, what you need to know. This isn't going to be an all-encompassing video. I'm just going to go over some brief things. If you need more information, which you will, feel free to check out sites such as the IRS website, H&R Block. TurboTax has a wealth of information you can look at. I'm just giving you like some place to start. Okay? So now, the first question I get a lot is, do I have to file? Well, technically, if you have sold anything, then you should declare that income to the IRS. But from a legal standpoint, according to the IRS, if you have made over $400, then you have to declare that income. Now, to declare that income, you would use a 1099 miscellaneous. It's you can find it on you can find it on the IRS, the form on the IRS website, or if you use like any tax service, it'll ask you if you have any income outside of W-2, and if you say yes, it's going to produce a 1099 for you. So you don't have to worry about that. So yes, if you make more than $400, you do have to file on your taxes, and you will have to file a 1040 and a Schedule C that's for businesses, and again you'll input that income with the 1099. Now, if you got paid via PayPal, a lot of people seem to think that PayPal will send you a 1099K, which will show you all the income you made that you were paid for through PayPal. That's not true. Unless you have made $20,000 and have generated 200 transactions, PayPal is not going to send you a 1099. Now, mind you, they're not going to send you a 1099. They are going to send it to the IRS. So you want to make sure that you pull all of your financial information off of PayPal before you file, because you really don't want there to be a discrepancy between what PayPal said you got paid and what you said you got paid. Good on that? Cool. Question number 2. How do I file? Well, how do you file your taxes normally? Do you do them yourself? Do you use the local guy down the street? Do you go to H&R Block? Do you go to Jackson Hewitt? Do you use TurboTax? How do you do it? However you choose to file your taxes is the same way you file them, even if you have a craft business. It's just more complicated because you have to file on the business side as well as your individual side. If you're a small craft business, then it's pretty much all going to be combined on one tax return. But there will be additional forms you'll have to file, such as the one I just mentioned, like the Schedule C, which is for the business, the 1099 to declare the income, and stuff like that. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? That's all I wanted to say about how to file. Literally, if you're using something like TurboTax or you take them to someplace, they'll know what to do, so don't worry about it too much. And yeah, TurboTax, I'm not sponsored by anybody, by the way. TurboTax isn't paying me, H&R Block isn't paying me. I'm just saying that if you want to make things easy on yourself, use one of those services or take it to a local tax service, and they'll know what to do with your information. They'll even know what you need to bring. They'll give you a specific list of what you need to bring. So that should be covered. It shouldn't be a problem. Now, getting down to the fun parts. What do I have to claim as income? This gets a lot of people in trouble because they don't realize how much income they actually make and what actually counts as income. Okay, so you probably realize that if you've done the craft fairs and craft shows and you made money those, obviously that needs to be declared, right? But you also have to think: are you selling on Etsy? Did you sell on Etsy? Did you sell on eBay? Do you have a Shopify storefront? Did you sell on Facebook Marketplace? If you say you have a YouTube channel on top of your craft business, did you get money from a sponsorship? Did you get money from YouTube? These are all financial streams that actually have to be combined and have to be combined and declared on your taxes. If you have any sponsorships, that has to be declared. Any money that you literally made that was related to that business, you need to declare to the IRS, especially if it was over $400. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind where your financial your money streams are coming from, and make sure you declare it all, because even if you don't declare it, the companies that you worked with will, because they have to. So if you made anyhow you made money from your craft business or your YouTube channel or the combination of the two, make sure that that's included in your income on your taxes. And the fourth thing I want to cover: what can I write off on my taxes? So I'm not going to get into the whole I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. Personal exemption versus itemized, because I could do a whole video on that. But if you want to know which would work out better for you, then it would help to have a list of things that you can actually use as an expense on your taxes. And a lot of people leave a lot of these out. But let's start with, and a lot of you crafters are going to jump up and down when I say this, the yarn you bought. If you used it to make something and you don't have to sell it. If you used it to make something and you put it out for sale, those expenses can be written off. They're a legit business expense. You bought that yarn, you made something that you intended to sell, you put it up for sale, you can write that yarn off. Let's say you got a commission for a Tunisian shawl and you needed to replace your Tunisian hooks. You can write off those hooks. Let's say the set of hooks you were using are kind of worn out and you bought a new set of hooks. You can write those off too. Any other tools, like say you want to use these hanks of merino wool, but you have no way of winding them into cakes so you can use them. So you bought a ball winder and a Swift. You can write that off. Do you use YouTube to educate yourself on how to do stitches? And you have YouTube Premium? You can write that off. You can write part of your internet off. You can, if you use your cell phone to film videos or tutorials, or market your business on TikTok or Instagram or what have you, you can write off part of your phone bill. If you bought a new phone just for that purpose, you can write part of that off too. Let me think what else. I had a list and I can't get to the list right now because my phone will fall over. Yeah, pretty much anything that you use in your craft business. If you have memberships to craft organizations, those can be written off. If you went to a seminar or a convention or something like that, parts of those expenses can be written off. If you met a client for lunch to talk over what they wanted for their project, part of that lunch can be written off. Any meals that relate to business can be written off. Um, if you bought a more comfortable chair for work, mind you, not because it was more aesthetically pleasing in your living room, but it's the chair that you use primarily for your work, you can write that off. Same with your desk. If you bought a new computer so that you can better edit videos, you can write that off. If you bought a new webcam, you can write that off. Literally anything that you use for your business can be either written off completely or partially as a business expense. And by doing that, you are definitely lowering your tax burden for your business. So, yeah, it's a win-win. Okay, I think I have covered the main things that needed to be covered. If you have any other questions on this topic, go ahead and leave me a comment and let me know what that question is. You can either do it in the bottom in the comment section of this video, or you could do it on my community tab. I'll be back next Monday with another business tip of some sort. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you think you might like my content, because I do all kinds of content, this is what I do on Mondays. I also do tutorials, stitch tutorials, pattern tutorials, yarn reviews, gadget reviews, an occasional rant here and there. So if you think that's something you might be interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you know the next time I upload a video. And I go live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we talk about pretty much a little bit of everything: crochet, crafts, things going on YouTube, things going on in the craft world in general, life in general, and there's definitely normally a rant or two on that as well. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.